Me today. I am the Black Renegade Rising. I am simply a maven looking for my haven on the continent. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm going to go ahead and make this short. Just want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the news in reference to the George Floyd case. It's quite damning because, again, it's just one more reminder of how we are criminalized even in death. We don't get a chance to rest in peace in any way, shape, or form, and I want to say that sincerely. As we know, George Floyd, rest in peace, was murdered by a Minneapolis, St. Paul, Midwestern police officer, while 3 others or more sat around and watched and really couldn't give a shit about the situation. But what we have learned is that not only was there a $20 bill in question on whether or not it was counterfeit, it appears it is still up for question as to whether or not that bill was actually counterfeit. Them look at it to determine if it was fake or not. Okay, so first of all, listen to me. There's a problem. They can't even do that. They were determined that they already had a plan, which was, hey, let's go murder some black people because that's what we do. This is America, and there's usually no repercussions for whenever we do stuff. We've been doing this for hundreds of years. When you murder, rape, pillage, torture people, and you get to do it not just for sport, but for a lifestyle, you usually have no remorse. You've trained your kids to be this way. You've trained everyone around you to be this way. And you've also trained everyone, including us, to normalize our deaths as fodder, pretty much for your consumption, whether it's not on the internet, the constant barragement of news, whether it's NPR, NBC, CBS, Fox. You've turned this into a whole commercial business of murdering and torturing us, and this is literally just some fucking fodder for you all. Okay, so going on to his drug use. Okay, now we know that George Floyd was possibly, most likely on drugs. And we also know that he had an overdose a few months prior to this. Okay, great. I'm not sure what any of this has to do with the fact that this man was murdered, but of course, in public opinion of the majority of those in America, which tend not to be melanated individuals, these are important facts because it's okay for America to have a drug opioid epidemic of whites in middle America who need compassion, love, and acceptance and funding to help them deal with this. But if you're a black man, a black woman, any other melanated individual, you are just shit out of luck. This is your own damn fault, motherfuckers. You should have known better. Pretty much is the sentiments and the feelings I'm getting from this case, as well as just hearing about it, that we need to know all these details about this man's life. It would be great if we were learning it in a way to remember the deceased, the individual that was wronged, that was murdered, but not in a form of character assassination of a person who's already been physically and literally assassinated. Again, just listen to me here. So we know all these things. We know that he's had a troubled past in different ways and that he had turned over a new leaf. But most importantly, what the fuck do we know about Chauvin? The motherfucker who actually did the murdering. Not much, right? Like, other than he's been sitting in a jail cell and he was a cop for many years and outstanding and in all its whiteness and glory. But most importantly, he killed someone. And my understanding is this wasn't his first altercation with people. This was not the first time he had hurt, maimed, or injured an individual. So it's just really interesting that this shit is even allowed. This shit that is considered news. This shit of barragement of excrement under the guise of news and information and history are needed, because they are not. They really are not. And again, this is the Black Renegade Rising. I am simply a maiden looking for my haven on the continent. Please join me again soon, as there will be more to come. Thank you. Bye-bye.